It's always interesting following Dave Macko. As I've said many times, as he and I have appeared on programs before, sometimes with Congressman Joyce, often not, that I admire his authenticity. I agree with him on very little. So I'm a candidate for United States Congress, and in 3 minutes, regrettably in only 3 minutes, I cannot share with you a life and a career which has been devoted in serious fashion to many of the policy issues that a member of Congress is challenged with every day. And it's regrettable because although I'm not here to demonize or disparage the incumbent Dave Joyce, that we don't have him here for a compare and contrast. But let me tell you a little bit about myself. And those of you here in Geauga County know David Joyce, and you can determine for yourself what the differences are. Let's start with party label. I am a Democratic candidate. If the conversation ends there, it ends there. But perhaps you'll hear things from me tonight which are a little bit different from a Democratic candidate. First of all, I spent my life in the corporate and business world. I am a business owner and have been for years, engaged in a variety of different businesses, from retail to infrastructure to manufacturing to real estate. I'm also a corporate lawyer representing large and small enterprises over a course of 33 years across the nation, in some cases offshore. I stand in contradistinction to my opponent, who's not spent one day in the private sector, but talked about the private sector being the font for solutions. And I agree. But government helps to incent and catalyze solutions. And I believe the federal government, with serious people engaged in serious debate, can do that. So you want to hear a few things that I stand for, so this is not just about vague generalities, which I criticize so many on both sides of the aisle for doing. It's time that when you ask a straight question of a candidate, that you get a direct and straight answer. Now, in 3 minutes, you're not going to be able to ask me questions. That's regrettable. Go out and check out our website and our social media and find out what I stand for. But here's a couple of things. I'm a Democrat, but I believe that the corporate income tax rate in the United States is entirely too high and should be reduced to 10%. Let me repeat that. I'm a Democrat, and I want to see the corporate income tax rate reduced to 10%. Why? Because to reverse the decline of our economic fortunes and the embattlement of the American middle class and small business persons like each of you who out there who risk capital and work hard, we need to be competitive, and we need to have a tax code that, instead of deformed by the interest of large enterprise, the wealthiest Americans, and lobbyists, reflects that which is in the interest of small business. Now, my opponent, who's not here, might agree with me on that, but he's not done anything about it in the U.S. Congress. I will be loud and articulate on this and other issues that affect small business. In addition, I believe that we have entirely too much of the effect of money in politics. Now, this is somewhat hypocritical on my part, because I've been a successful fundraiser, and I've done it for other candidates. And if you're watching TV, you know that I'm on the air, and so is my opponent. And all we're doing is pointing out, in some cases, negative, and in some cases misleading. I have been negative about my opponent, but I've not been misleading. So it's only 3 minutes. I'll leave you with a couple of other things about why I'm running. I actually want to serve. I'm 63 years old. I'm a partner of a large law firm in Cleveland. I'm a member of the adjunct faculty of Case Western Reserve. I don't need a job. I want to go out there and represent in a way that you can choose to agree or disagree, but you're never unclear what I stand for, and do that every day that I serve and every day during the remaining 33 days of this campaign. Once again, I implore you to push each of your candidates tonight and throughout this campaign. Where are they on the tough issues? Where do they stand? Do not accept vague generalities. Don't accept ambiguity. And please, when people mislead you about where they stand on important issues of the day, challenge them as to why they have not been forthright with you. I promise you that that is the way I'll carry out this campaign, and whether you decide to vote straight down that Republican line or be open to the notion of a Democrat who will stand with small business and unequivocally tell you where he disagrees with you, if you'll consider that, I'll be privileged to have joined you this evening. Thank you.